Let's start. I have one more question before we go into the next topic. I know you dealt with breast cancer, um, and it's okay if you don't want to answer this, but I wanted to understand more about your psyche during these times because I'm pretty sure that it definitely put you into a lot of what if situations. And
Mhm.
how did you dealt with the emotional toll of knowing that this could be potentially very harmful for you?
Great question. So again, Talks with Dr. D is an umbrella. We have Sisters on the Vineyard. We have Stepping Forward with Dr. D, which is a podiatry show, all things Lyric Shermany on black.org. And we have Talks with Dr. D Breast Cancer. And we just had a very beautiful month for breast cancer awareness where I spoke from IQVIA and Quest to the Divine Nine with AKA, or the Ladies of Alpha Kappa Alpha Incorporated in Essex County, to Sisters on the Vineyard having its first event in New York City at an art gallery in Harlem. So I chose to live my breast cancer out loud. I think that I'm an extrovert, and I felt, being a physician, that I could not keep information that was given to me a secret or private. I realized in medicine there's a lot of us versus them, and I'm a us. When us got diagnosed, so many things were thrown at me in terms of the betterment of my health. And I was like, when I would start talking to other people, they had no clue sometimes of the things that I was being offered. And that sparked me to start Talk to a Dr. D. Um, my psyche, I will write a book because I was diagnosed in 12/3/2019 in my office, still saw two patients after that, a Muslim woman and a Christian man who prayed over me. I got to see my doctor with my OBGYN, which no person gets. My OBGYN was one of my dearest friends, and my sister, who's um, an attorney for a hedge fund. Who gets that? It's privilege. I made decisions based on that. My psyche, again, what happened? COVID happened. And of course, in the Northeast, with one of the worst pockets, and there was no cure. So I had to get comfortable around death, where I told God, if this is not what you want, please let me go painlessly and have my friends support my family, because it'll never be the same again. But if there's something you want more from me, you're going to keep me alive, and I'm going to show it. And so I did a lot of journaling. I did a lot of walking. I used to walk in my complex all the time and make sure people were 6 feet away from me with a mask on. Um, and I was humbled. I'm a Christian, and I was very humbled because it was a lot of me and God living in my house by myself, having to test before I could be around another person, like my parents, them testing the support system of how that supports your mind to have sorority sisters, fraternity brothers, friends, neighbors just check on me or send a meal to me or have my house clean. I hate a messy house. Everyone knows that. Before COVID obviously shut some of those things down. And I didn't do therapy until 2021, when I was seeing someone and he said to me, well, how do you feel, with cancer? And all of a sudden I started crying. And I was like, who's crying? And I realized I had put it all away because my biggest fear was surviving COVID. But now with getting vaccinated, then it was like, what about me and my back? So I always say that there's no shame in having a therapist. I think everyone should have a therapist to talk through, especially something as traumatic as that, getting breast cancer through COVID and surviving it. There's even survivor's guilt that you get for people who didn't make it along the way. So that's how I dealt with it. And I still deal with it. I still pray. I still journal. I had a therapist get me through it. And it's a journey no matter where you are in breast cancer. Being on the survivor side of almost 6 years, it's still a journey.
How did it feel to ring the bell?
Never got to. So with COVID, a lot of things weren't given to me. I remember one of my last treatments for my initial, I did 6 backbreaking treatments of chemotherapy, Taxotere, um, what was it, Herceptin, Perjeta, carboplatin. Anybody who knows that knows these are hard ones. That's a hard part of chemo I did. And with that, we were getting into the height of COVID. I literally took myself to chemo, got the treatments, prayed. I spoke to my pastor, God rest his dead, Reverend Calvin Obutz III from Abyssinian Baptist Church in Harlem. And he asked me, how did I get home? I said, after talking to you, I prayed. I asked him to give me a cafecito. I was with 2 Latin nurses. You get it. They tried to do this and prove that I could walk because they didn't want me to kill myself or anybody else. I honestly don't remember getting home off my exit. I definitely said it was the angels and God that got me, and I slept 10 hours after that, but I made it. Um, Things that you do with faith and trust and taking it one day, one step at a time.
And I'm glad that you're here with us. I'm a Christian
Thank
myself, and obviously I will be putting you on my prayer list as well.
you.
And I'm pretty sure that this whole experience also provided more of a purpose for you to continue your advocacy.
I think it pushed me into advocacy. I think that, prior to this, Sisters on the Vineyard and me speaking so on having talks with Dr. D and stepping forward with Dr. D really didn't kick off until cancer happened. And I always say cancer was the impetus. So I used to say, why me? And then I got to a point of why not me? And I can see what God has allowed me to do through this journey of the last 6 years and beyond.
Yeah, and you're a great spokeswoman as well. And you represent not only what you do very well, but you're representing God so well as well. So thank you for such an admirable journey, and for also being brave enough to bring your vulnerabilities into life and sharing those moments with everyone else, because I'm pretty sure you probably have touched many people that you're not aware of, and you might have changed their life as well. You might have changed the way they thought
Yeah.
about having cancer, or facing other adversities, and they look at you as like such an empowerment, right? And where can they hear most of these testimonies?
So you can find me at Talks T as in Tony, AL as in Larry, KS as in Sam, with DRD, Talks with Dr. D. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, and I'm on LinkedIn. You can check out my YouTube at Talks with Dr. D. You'll see some interviews with medical professional friends that were kind enough to give their expertise. So in my journey where you were like, girl, you went through that, and some of the comedy that I bring with it. I speak publicly when I'm invited to churches, nonprofits. This month, as I mentioned, I spoke for Big Pharma. I've spoken for Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. I've spoken for the National Charity League and beyond. And I love it because I like to see people empowered and not feeling afraid. There's no way to live cancer. I tell people you can be quiet as you want about it. You just need support. And advocacies like such as myself, Susan B. Komen, Touch Black Breast Cancer Alliance are part of your journey to get you to the other side, God willing. So for me, God chose me and to live my life out loud. And that's what we're doing, one step at a time.